Arkansas's most watched sports show, Hooten's Arkansas Football.
Hello and welcome to Hooten's Arkansas Football, the fifth week of the high school season. I've got dressed up for the halfway point of the regular season, and in the next 30 minutes we have highlights from all across our state, big games in every corner of Arkansas, and you can already see the playoff races starting to take shape. And tonight we're going to begin with Class 5A highlights. The top-ranked team in the state, Little Rock Central, playing at Little Rock Catholic at War Memorial Stadium. And our Class 5A highlights are brought to you by Sonic. The Little Rock Catholic Rockets tried to become the first team to score on Central this year, but no such luck on offense in the first half. Central had no trouble on offense. Mickey Dean goes 25 yards for 6 points. Central is up 14-0 in the second quarter. And watch this little guy, Thomas Page. He's little, but boy, he's quick and elusive, taking it all the way for another touchdown. And the Tigers were up by 3 touchdowns. Now Central had no trouble in this one, but the Tigers fumbled late, and Catholic kicked a field goal to snap the scoreless streak at 4 games. Final score, Little Rock Central 31, Catholic 3. North Little Rock had won 4 games over the past 2 years, but Friday night the Charging Wildcats were looking for their 4th of the season at Little Rock Hall. North Little Rock also looking for some love, as in Jamar Love. He's going 35 yards for an early touchdown. North Little Rock was up on its next possession. Josh Dixon with a bullet pass to Fred Hickory Dickory Dockery for a touchdown. That's Fred's second straight game with a score, and the Charging Wildcats cruise to an easy win over Little Rock Hall in their pretty new uniforms. Final score, North Little Rock 34, Hall 7. The Bryant Hornets visiting Little Rock McClellan on Friday. Both teams looking for their first conference win of the season. Bryant in the red zone. Anthony Mask will strike to Richie Wood, puts him on the 2-yard line, and that sets up 275-pound lineman David Hollis for the short touchdown run. Bryant was up early. A little bit later on 4th down, McClellan's quarterback Ed Roberts does his best Matt Jones impersonation with the scramble and the shovel pass to Cordero Mills, but it comes up a yard short, and Bryant takes their first conference win of the year. Final score, Hornets 23, McClellan 0. The undefeated Jonesboro Hurricane looking to blow in and out of Jacksonville for their 5th win of the season on Friday night. Jonesboro was up 7-0 in the second quarter when the Hurricanes throw a pass they'd like to have back. Clinton McDonald headed the other way for Jacksonville. The touchdown cut Jonesboro's lead to 7-6. The Red Devils scored on defense and on special teams. Jacksonville makes Jonesboro pay on the punt. LeVar Neely picking it up, making some tacklers miss, and he's off to the races and the end zone. That punt return helped put it into overtime, and then Jacksonville's offense scored to win it. Final score, Jacksonville 22, Jonesboro 14. We go from an upset in the east to a wild one in the south. At Lake Hamilton Friday night, the Wolves were up 35-7 in the third quarter on visiting Benton. This is a key 5A South matchup, and here come the Benton Panthers. Benton junior quarterback Josh Langley lets one fly deep. Sam Stout runs under it. The senior's got a touchdown. Langley passed for 256 yards, a couple of touchdowns on the night. On Benton's next possession, Langley does it with his legs, reversing his field on the scramble, and he's going to score. The Panthers cut the lead to 35-21. Benton and Coach Mark Jones were beginning to believe. Meanwhile, Lake Hamilton's getting a little nervous and sloppy. Senior quarterback Alex Spodio pounces on the errant snap, and the Wolves are forced to punt from deep in their own end. That would set up touchdown Josh Brown. He catches it on the run. He's gone down the sidelines, 65 yards, and the Benton Panthers have scored 21 unanswered points. The incredible comeback was on. This game absolutely had it all, including controversy. On the ensuing kickoff, Benton forces an apparent fumble, and junior Jim Shutter returns it for a touchdown to pull Benton to within 1. But the play is ruled as a possession by the receiver, and his knee was down. Let's take a look. Looks more like possession and fumble, and one of the better comebacks in Benton history is called back. Benton coach Mark Jones argued the call, but the Wolves get the ball back, and Lake Hamilton senior tailback Chris McAlpine went to work with his 5th touchdown of the game. That would seal it for Lake Hamilton. The Wolves escape and are in the driver's seat of the 5A South. Final score, Lake Hamilton 42, Benton 28. Now from the 5A South showdown to the west for one of the state's biggest rivalries, Fayetteville at Springdale. The 105th meeting between the two teams, the Battle of the Bulldogs. Springdale coming into this one had put the mercy rule on its past three opponents, and Hooten's had the Red Dogs favored by 28. And the Red Dogs looked sharp early. Springdale's junior quarterback Mitch Mustaine, who already has a scholarship offer from Arkansas, he hits Nathan Norman, and that would set up his 18-yard touchdown run. Springdale was up 7-0. Then a monster thunderstorm hit Springdale. Heavy rain and lightning forced officials to clear the stands, but 58 minutes later, the teams would return, and Fayetteville tried to rally. The Purple Dogs finding room to run right up the middle. Lester Clark would get in the end zone, but that would be Fayetteville's only touchdown of the night. And Springdale goes on to apply the mercy rule again and beat Fayetteville for the 22nd time in the past 24 years. Final score, Springdale 45, Fayetteville 10. And here's a look at Hooten's Arkansas football Class 5A rankings. Little Rock Central and Springdale are the top two teams in the state, but right now Springdale's playing well enough that they may be in the top spot and Central at number 2. We'll leave them that way for now. Northside's undefeated, so is Sylvan Hills, and West Memphis moves back up to number 5 after winning over Cabot. North Little Rock starts the second 5. Rogers was denied the end zone in the final seconds at Northside, and quarterback Johnny Brewer may be out for the season. The Mounties fall to number 7. Fayetteville is down one spot to number 8. Then it's Jonesboro and Texarkana. Bryant starts the second 10, followed by El Dorado with a big win at Texarkana on Friday. Cabot's 13, and then it's Southside, which got its first win of the year on a field goal as time expired at Russellville. The Cyclones are at number 16. Then it's Catholic, Van Buren, Benton, and Pine Bluff, which beat Sheridan for its first win of the season. Mountain Home is for real. They're number 21, followed by McClellan. Bentonville, which came up short in the final seconds against Van Buren. Conway's 24, and Jacksonville moves up to number 25.
Now, the United States Marines Scholar Athlete of the Week.
Searcy cornerback Ryan Evans is rock solid on Friday nights. Sporting a 3.92 GPA, you're looking at one of the future doctors of America.
My senior year, I'm doing a medical internship program where I'll be at the hospital for 3 periods out of the school day. And hopefully, I'm going to go into some kind of pre-med program in college and then hopefully on to medical school.
Congratulations to Lions Ryan Evans, the Marine Scholar Athlete of the Week.
And congratulations to Ryan Evans from Searcy, our Marine Scholar Athlete of the Week. Coming up next, more of Hooten's Arkansas football. Class 4A highlights are next.
Now, more of Hooten's Arkansas football, brought to you by First Security Bancorp.
And we begin our Class 4A highlights at Oak Grove, where no one has been able to slow down Razorback recruit Darren McFadden this season. Look at him go. 4.3 speed, trotting around the corner and into the end zone against Stuttgart on Friday night. Later, it's McFadden straight up the gut for his 12th touchdown run of the year. And the Hornets quickly turning this one into a rout against Stuttgart. McFadden proves he's not perfect, though. Ashton Johnson throws it right on the money, but McFadden drops it, a sure touchdown. It wouldn't matter, though, as Oak Grove looks like a serious 4A Southeast title contender. Final score, Hornets 48, Stuttgart 14. Good crowd on hand Friday night at North Pulaski for homecoming between the Falcons and Monticello Billies. Coach Johnny McMurray led Monticello to a state championship in 1994. 10 years later, the Billies are off to a good start. A line drive punt by North Pulaski got Monticello moving Friday night. Tony Davis, number 23, we'll just call him TD in a moment. The big return by Davis is followed by a screen toss from quarterback Bo Ferguson to Davis on the far sideline. Tony will scoot all the way to the 4 before North Pulaski's Morgan Burdett and Brandon Clements bring him down. And a couple of plays later, it's the same play to the other side. Ferguson finds TD, Tony Davis for the score. Monticello was up 7-0 on Monticello's next series. The Billies were pinned inside their 10-yard line, but check out little number 1, junior Milton Rimley. He's a 165-pounder, picking them up, putting them down, and Monticello would run away with this one, improving to 4-1 on the year and headed for Stuttgart next week. Final score, Monticello 41, North Pulaski 14. The winless Arkadelphia Badgers in Little Rock Friday night to take on Fair. The War Eagles looking for just their second win of the year. And Brendan Metcalf breaks away from the crowd, puts the ball in the end zone. Fair was up. Arkadelphia, some confusion and a fumble. Fair's Carl Harris scoops and scores. The 2-point conversion would put Fair up 14-0. And on Fair's next possession, Brandon Moore lofts the ball up, and guess who? Charles Hayes, his 10th touchdown catch in 5 games. Some college needs to get a look at this kid. Fair wins its second in a row. Final score, War Eagles 44, winless Arkadelphia 0. Here's Hooten's Arkansas football updated Class 4A rankings after the 5th week of the season. The top 6 teams stayed the same. The top 3 are unbeaten: Alma, Robinson, and Batesville. Then it's Greenwood, Vilonia, and Wynn. Siloam Springs is 5-0, and the Panthers are a legit playoff threat after beating Harrison and Morrilton the past couple of weeks. Oak Grove moves up to number 9 after an impressive win over Stuttgart. Harrison starts at second 10, then it's Monticello, Stuttgart, and CROSSETT. The Eagles stuffed a 2-point conversion attempt to beat Whitehall 21-20 on Friday night. Morrilton is 0-2 in the 4A West and in danger of missing the playoffs for the 3rd time in 4 years. Marion's number 16, followed by Whitehall and Fair. The War Eagles are 2-0 in the 4A Southwest after not winning a game in conference play last year. Paragould is number 21. The Rams lost to Batesville by just 7 points on Friday night, but Paragould might not make the playoffs in the 4A East. Malvern's 22, and there's Magnolia. The Panthers beat Lakeside on Friday for its first win of the year. Mills is number 24, and Lakeside rounds out the top 25. Coming up next, more of Hooten's Arkansas football Class 3A highlights are next.
Now, more of Hooten's Arkansas football, brought to you by State Farm.
And we'll begin our Class 3A highlights at Shiloh Christian, where the Saints started 6 sophomores on both sides of the ball, including stud quarterback Matt Simpson against Prairie Grove. Simpson and the Saints looking to take control of the 1AAA conference race. He passed for 222 yards and 3 touchdowns as the Saints blew this game open early. Sophomore Crosby Tack pulls down this touchdown. Another sophomore, running back David Ingram, has provided an extra spark to Shiloh's offense. He rushed for close to 200 yards and 2 touchdowns, and the Saints win their 3rd game of the year with at least 5 more victories expected. Final score, Shiloh Christian 42, Prairie Grove 0. The Lone Oak Jackrabbits jumped to Central Arkansas Christian on Friday night, looking to challenge the top-ranked CAC Mustangs. Supremacy in the 6 AAA on the line. Jackrabbits running well with Trail Doss, 26 yards. Then Jeremy Brown fighting for a 7-yard touchdown. Lone Oak was up early, 6-0. But on CAC's first play, Jesse Gates, the rocket pass to Michael Shattuck. It's a 59-yard touchdown. That's Shattuck's 4th of the year. CAC was up 7-6. On their next possession, CAC with Gates. He keeps it, shows a nice stiff arm. But look at that again. Some good moves. It's a 20-yard pickup. Gates is one heck of a player. He goes back to work through the air now. This one to Brandon Bickerstaff for a first down, and Gates would use his legs to punch it in for the touchdown. Jesse Gates, he had a hand in 7 touchdowns on Friday night, and the Mustangs gallop to a shootout victory. Final score, CAC 55, Lone Oak 36. The unbeaten Fountain Lake Cobras were looking for their 4th win of the season last night as they played host to Lafayette County. That's the Lafayette County Cougars. They held a 6-0 lead in the first half, but Fountain Lake gets something going. Senior Michael Macon turns the corner before James Stewart can trip him up. Then it's Fountain Lake senior quarterback Justin Bradbury zipping one out to Macon for a nice game. Lafayette County bows up though. Stevie Johnson helping on the sack right here, but the Cougars couldn't contain Fountain Lake all night. Fountain Lake pulls away in the second half and looks like they should make the playoffs for the first time since 1987. Final score, undefeated Fountain Lake 21, Lafayette County 14. And here is Hooten's Arkansas football updated Class 3A rankings brought to you by the Arkansas Army National Guard. CAC stays strong at number 1. Boonville's number 2. The Bearcats are 5-0 and in control of the 4 AAA conference after beating Ozark 28-6. PA's number 3. Rivercrest is 4. And Ashdown is unbeaten and headed to the hill to play Nashville next week. Atkins starts at second 5. There's the Scrappers. Dollarway, Warren at number 9. The Lumberjacks changed up its defense after back-to-back losses and beat Star City on Friday night. Harrisburg is 5-0 and headed to dangerous Marietta next week. Ozark starts at second 10, and then at Star City and Shiloh Christian, the Saints are in control of the 1AAA after beating Prairie Grove 21-0 on Friday night. Prescott's number 14 and Hoxie is 15. The Mustangs' only loss was by 3 points to Harrisburg. Osceola 16, then it's Lone Oak and Newport. The Greyhounds won their first game of the year by putting the Mercy Rule on Corning. Prairie Grove's 19 and Fordyce is 20. Then it's Green Forest at 21. The Tigers are unbeaten and play host to Shiloh Christian in 2 weeks. The Dardanelle Sand Lizards are 22. Then it's Mountain View, the Red Bugs, and Pokey. Pocahontas moves back into the top 25 after beating Yellville Summit by 35 points Friday night.
Now, the ConocoPhillips Spirit Student of the Week.
Hector Junior cheerleader Melissa Barton maintains a 3.8 grade point average and is a member of the National Junior Honor Society, Beta Club, FBLA, NCR, and more, which makes for a pretty busy schedule up in Hector.
On Tuesday nights, I have gymnastics, and on Friday nights, I've got football games, and on Monday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, we have practice after school, plus all the studying. It's really hard.
Now, more of Hooten's Arkansas football, brought to you by Big Red Fina.
A lot of people are looking to see if we're for real. Let's make sure tonight we take care of business and play our kind of football and get the job done. Guys, I love you. I hope you know that. I told the junior high team last night, man, I love you. I pray for you every morning. I pray for your health. I pray for your future. I don't ever pray that we win. I pray that we do our best.
That's Mount Ida coach Frank Stapleton, whose Lions traveled to Magnet Cove Friday night. Mount Ida was trying to keep pace with Jezebel atop the 5AA. They were coming off an open week and they looked a little bit rusty. Magnet Cove made the Lions pay for it early. On its second possession, Magnet Cove senior quarterback Eric McCaslin takes over. He finds junior TJ Burnett, who fights for good yardage. Then McCaslin hits junior Derek Johnson, and the upstart Panthers are on the move. 2 plays later, it's Magnet Cove's McCaslin keeping it on the option, and he's gone, capping Magnet Cove's 7-play scoring drive. Mount Ida would try to respond on their next possession. Senior quarterback Chance Packard looks off the defense, lost at the pass, and junior Lawson Smith comes down with it. The drive continued into the second quarter. Packard again finds Smith, and this time in the flat. Smith will do the rest from there, but that's all Mount Ida would get against Magnet Cove, which pulled off the monster upset of a former top 25 team, Mount Ida. Final score, Magnet Cove Panthers 26, stunned Mount Ida 7. Nice homecoming crowd at Little Rock Episcopal Friday night for the Wildcats against the Hector Wildcats. Hector led 7-0 at halftime, and Coach Brian Rust's team started the second half with this interception. Nice play by Hector's Seth Crouch. He's only a sophomore. He won that jump ball, and here comes Hector. Junior quarterback Corey Small. He does a real nice job running Hector's ground-oriented attack. Nice gain. Hector committed 8 turnovers last week. They were hanging on to it nicely at Episcopal. Hector's drive continues. Chris Miranda bulling his way up the middle for some more yardage, and that would set up the touchdown. It'll be Small on the quarterback keeper to put Hector up 14-0, and Hector cruises to victory. Final score, Hector 20, Episcopal 0.
Go, Big Red!
Little Rock Lutheran looking to win its second game of the season on homecoming night at Quigley Stadium against the England Lions. Lutheran led 7-0 until midway through the third quarter when Mansell Castleberry catches this 38-yard touchdown pass, and that pulled England to within 7-6. And it would continue in the fourth quarter. More fun for England. The Lions quarterback Joe Bryant, he only completed 2 passes all night. He throws his second completion for another touchdown. This one to Castleberry again, and England had its first lead of the season. The Lions would go for 2 and leave it all up to Bryant. He'll take off around the end and scores to make it 14-7, but Lutheran still had some time and another chance. Joel Weiss runs hard up the middle for a nice gain. Less than 3 minutes to go now. Lutheran driving into England territory, and the Lions try to go to the air, but the toss will be intercepted. That's Lutheran's 6th turnover of the night, and it ends the Lions' hope for a homecoming victory. Final score, England 14, Lutheran 7. There's little movement in Hooten's Arkansas football Class 2A rankings. Rising stays on top, followed by Barton, Charleston, and EPC. Palestine-Wheatley shut out Elaine Friday night. Elaine had scored more than 20 points on Barton earlier this season. Harding Academy manhandled Marvel Friday night. There's Mountainburg at number 7. The confident Dragons just destroyed Greenwood 40-7. Dirks appears to be in the driver's seat of the 7AA West after whipping Gurdon. Number 10 Hazen struggled to get past number 48 Bigelow. The second 10 starts with Lavaca, All-Timer, and Junction City. Greenland drops 5 spots to 14, and Bearden stays at 15 after nailing Northwood 34-7. There's Hughes, which just slipped by winless Augusta. Cross County has won 2 in a row after its 0-3 start. Surprising Arkansas Baptist is 4-1. Number 19 Perryville, which lost at Baptist a couple of weeks ago, earned a big victory Friday night in the 4AA against Carlisle. And there's your final 5: Foreman, Eudora, Spring Hill, Gurdon Go Devils, and the Little Johns of Danville. Now for our State Farm Play of the Week, we will head back up to Jacksonville. The Red Devils trailing Jonesboro by a point, and LeVar Neely takes matters into his own hands. Neely fields the bouncing putt, makes some tacklers missing, and he takes it to the house for a crucial touchdown. That would help Jacksonville knock off previously undefeated Jonesboro, and that is our State Farm Play of the Week. Coming up in December at the State Farm Awards, we'll be naming the Play of the Year, as well as an Offensive and Defensive Player of the Year for all 4 classifications, and a Coach of the Year for every classification. That's at the State Farm Awards, honoring Arkansas's top coaches and players, presented by Hooten's Arkansas Football. Now for our State Farm Play of the Week, we will head back up to Jacksonville. The Red Devils trailing Jonesboro by a point, and LeVar Neely takes matters into his own hands. Neely fields the bouncing putt, makes some tacklers missing, and he takes it to the house for a crucial touchdown. That would help Jacksonville knock off previously undefeated Jonesboro, and that is our State Farm Play of the Week. Thanks again for watching Hooten's Arkansas football this week. We look forward to seeing you right back here next week when we'll again have highlights from all across our state, 30 minutes of hard-hitting high school action. Get ready, down in Nashville, the Scrappers got a big game. We're headed down there, and we'll be all across the state as Hooten's cameras fan out for week 6 of high school football. Also, I want to remind you about one thing. Coming up on December the 13th, the first annual State Farm Awards. This is kind of like the ESPYs for Arkansas high school football. We will be selecting an Offensive and Defensive Player of the Year for every classification, a Coach of the Year from every classification, as well as a Play of the Year. It's the State Farm Awards, similar to the ESPYs, but this is for Arkansas high school football, something our state has needed for some time and something we've been planning on for over a year. That's coming up at the end of the season. A nice white tablecloth dinner out at the IMAX Theater, big screen with highlights from some of the best players and coaches as we honor them on December the 13th. So we're looking forward to that, and we look forward to seeing you again next week right here on Hooten's Arkansas Football.
You've been watching Arkansas's most watched sports show, Hooten's Arkansas Football.